Hi, welcome to Pure ASMR. Today I'd like to try something different. I've done whispering and I quite like some soft-spoken ASMR artists myself, or soft-speaking ASMR artists, so I decided I would give it a try. And I'm not going to talk much, I hope, maybe, but mainly I will be doing some laminated paper sounds, or paper sounds in general, and writing, tapping and cutting paper, laminated paper. And I will talk about a few things too, but you will see. So first of all, I stole this. Well, I didn't steal it. It was free for us to take, but usually it's meant to be used for the lessons. So I work in a school. If any of my colleagues or even my boss is going to see this, I'm very sorry about the two laminating pouches that I took. Actually not two, I took 4 or 3. No, I think I took 3 or 4. I can't remember how many I took. We will see that very soon. But I will bring the ones back that I haven't actually laminated yet. And I was just thinking that it would be nice for an ASMR video, and so I just laminated 2 blank pieces of paper for this purpose, and I will unfortunately be cutting them up, so they won't be available to use anymore, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, let's start. Actually, I have a quick story to tell about this whole thing. In general, I always liked laminating things and playing with laminated things. I don't know why. Well, I think it had something to do with ASMR, probably. Just that I didn't know it was called ASMR at the time. Plus my parents had a shop, or they still have a shop, and they always used to do like the taxes, or they had some documents that they had to fill out, or they were meeting with their lawyer to sort something out, and then they would be highlighting things on paper. And then at school I had, I think, lots of ASMR experiences. One of them made me want to be a teacher in the first place. It was the writing, like the sound of writing on the board with chalk. I just loved that sound, and I thought I want to be able to produce that sound every day, because the board was sacred. We were not allowed to write on the board as kids, so I wanted to be a teacher mainly so I could write on the board every day. That was my motivation when I was 8, and I decided that I wanted to be a teacher. And so I think it was partly about ASMR, but also about wanting to be an adult. I mean, every child has some form of playing adult and imitating their parents and adults around them. And that was what I thought it would be like to be an adult, just filling in documents, highlighting things, and laminating, and copying, and all of these things that made nice sounds or even smelled nice, and they were fun to me. So I literally had a show, what I called a show. It was basically a podcast, but it was before podcasts were invented. And I just recorded myself on my cassette player, on my cassette recorder, and I recorded myself while I was just talking about random numbers, like I don't know who actually does that in their job, probably tax advisor or whatever you call those people. That was what I pretended to be. And I had a calendar from the year before, I think, and just highlighted some random dates in that calendar and was like, yeah, this is the date that's really important, because I don't even know what my explanation was. I liked the sound of highlighters on paper, and the calendar had a really glossy material, so yeah, that was probably ASMR as well. I was a weird child. And that was also what I liked about the laminator, the wobbly sound, of course, and then the cutting sound, cutting laminated paper and writing on it, and just having something laminated because it was so glossy, and I just loved it. I would print out my favorite song lyrics and laminate them, and my mum would say at some point, these fucking laminated portraits are expensive, stop laminating everything you see. But I couldn't, it was an addiction. And I think I did get that addiction from my teacher, because my teacher loved laminating random stuff that didn't really need to be laminated. Maybe that was also because we were considered the nastiest class in the whole school. Like there was a rumour, but it was a true rumour, that we were the worst class ever, because we were so cheeky. Well, not me, because I was rather quiet, but all of my classmates. So maybe she just laminated things so we wouldn't break them, which would make sense looking back now. But anyway, now that I've grown up, I still think you can make nice things with laminators. Like you could make art with flowers or newspaper snippets or poetry or other patchwork material. And actually maybe I'm not going to cut up both of these patches, or maybe I'm gonna steal some new ones tomorrow if I do. But I might keep one. Maybe I'll print out a black background and laminate it, and get some silver pens and make some board art, and I hang it up in my room. I think that would be rather nice, because I'm broke, so I basically have to make do-it-yourself inspirational posters and postcards and stuff, and I think that is a good alternative. Yeah, so let's go back to the tingly sounds. Okay, that was the paper cutting. I think I'm not going to cut the second piece because I want to make some art out of it. I've just used it for tapping and wobbling, and yeah, I actually think that the reason why I enjoy making ASMR so much, by the way, I'm not pregnant, that's a hot water bottle because it's really cold here. The reason why I enjoy making ASMR so much is basically that it enables me to be a child again, to behave like a child again, and do those weird things that make absolutely no sense, things I used to do when I was very little, like highlighting random dates in a calendar. And I think ASMR gives it a name and gives it a purpose, and I'm not doing this to become famous or anything. I'm just doing this for me because it's fun making these videos and recording completely random stuff like cutting paper in front of a microphone. It's just for fun, and basically I'm still playing around like a child. So it's good if you enjoy it, but I'm not doing it for profit. So it's just a little time out, and I'm actually having fun filming ASMR videos. So I've got some more paper and then some unlaminated paper. So I will use this now. this sound actually takes me back in time, because that was the exact sound that it used to make when I played with the calendar and my text markers, even though my highlighters, even though this is an adding permanent marker. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to continue writing with the permanent marker on the paper until my battery runs out. And yeah, I hope you have a great day or night.